see a look at our upcoming games. Golden State, Milwaukee, and Utah. And the Bulls, they're about ready to launch a tough West Coast trip.
These two teams, Jim, have identical home and away records now. Both teams have played 18 at home and 22 away before tonight's game. And that bodes very well for both teams because eventually each team is going to have to play 41 each way. So if you can have the record that these two teams have with the imbalance of road games over home games, it augurs well for the balance of the schedule. Both teams should do well, should finish with good records.
I like that, augurs.
It augurs well, that's right. But let's get back to this one because this isn't over by any means.
6:33 to go in regulation. And emerging offensively on the free throw line now.
The Bulls have done a very nice job of getting themselves back into this game. From a 19-point deficit at halftime to trailing right now by 8 points. They've done it well. And this guy with the ball has been, of course, the prime factor.
And he will have it if it ever gets down to a buzzer beater.
Nice entry pass.
Casey King, a runner. Barkley a rebound. 18 rebounds for Barkley. He's already had a career high in points, and we've still got 6:09 to go. Charles is back on the bench for only 3 minutes so far in this game.
Oh, great move by Hersey.
Well, I'll tell you. Charles is having the monster night, but in his own way, Hersey Hawkins is he's really having a great game. He had 10 out of 15 from the floor. He's made some tough ones. The whistle is inside. King gets the ball, and Barkley with a... No, they're going to say Dawkins reached back and got it.
Nice pass by Michael, of course.
Bill Cartwright shooting 2.
But Dawkins got it.
That's right.
Both teams now playing with 3 guards. Really, 3 guards. Sixers had Dawkins, Hawkins, and Derek Smith. And the Bulls had Armstrong, Craig Hodges, and Jordan. Now Pippen comes back in the game, who's more of a 2 small forward. Well, Derek Smith will now move over and cover Pippen, and the Hawk goes back to cover Michael Jordan. I think that's pretty much what Jim Lynam will do.
A 9-point 76er lead.
These possessions now tend to become more critical. They need a good opportunity each time, and there's a good one.
Jordan fell down, and Hersey Hawkins another one.
Sixers execute their baseline offense very, very well. Hersey moves well to get open and knock down the shot, and this guy goes after it too.
Wow. 31 points now for Jordan.
31 quiet points, really, with the exception of a couple of slam bangers early in the game. He's just been the model of efficiency.
And he's guarding Hawkins, and Hawk is losing him. There's another one. That's a great idea to make the guy work on defense.
The Bulls do not switch on those baseline screens. The Hawk came off a double. There's no way any defender can get around a double team.
There's finally a Jordan miss. Barkley the rebound, and the Sixers slow it a tad. They lead 110-99. I'm saving my tape for this game.
Oh, this is a great one.
That is if I remember the tape.
This is good. Charles should take it. He missed his chance.
So this will be Dawkins. Made a tougher shot out of it, but boy, Johnny knew as soon as he let that go off his head, it was down.
That was a nice shot by John.
Phil Jackson trying to get a timeout. He finally gets the attention of his Bulls.
And the Sixers have opened up a 13-point advantage now with some great execution of offense, particularly by Hersey Hawkins.
We'll be back. night. A great 2 for a price of 1. Free ticket. Buy a ticket to see the Utah Jazz and then pick another game, another ticket free for Sixers home games in February. Call right now. There are the numbers.
Jim Lynam and Fred Carter. Fans who come to the Spectrum will see this happen before every timeout. Jim and Fred confer before Jim then goes and talks to the players on the bench. I think it's a great touch. It shows Fred Carter that Jim Lynam thinks what he has to say is important. And that's nice for an assistant coach to feel that he's really part of the game.
Horace Grant down low is hacked and goes to the line. Derek Smith the foul. Let's see, that is 4 on Derek Smith.
Horace Grant shooting 2.
Johnny Dawkins, in anticipation of the Bulls' trap, has signaled for the Sixers' trap attack. And I think he's right. I think the Bulls will trap. Mike Kaminsky will take the ball out of bounds. He'll try and find a man in the middle who should be Charles Barkley. Let's see what happens. There's Mike. Come on, Charles. All right, back to Mike.
2 men swarming over Dawkins. Pippen with 5 fouls. Gambled that time. Pippen on Barkley. There's Dawkins having to shoot, and there it goes. The Sixers lighting it up from the outside all of a sudden. Dawkins with 13 points. He's also got 15 assists in this game. There are some numbers being put on the old board.
Buster George just threw a fake at Hersey Hawkins, and Hersey almost jumped out of his shoes.
Stay in those shoes, Hawk. Jeez.
Lace them up tighter anyway, Hawk. Don't get out of them.
There's a bump foul on Paxson as Dawkins was about to go by him.
Johnny Dawkins is getting much better at handling the ball under pressure, and he's not getting stuck in awkward passing positions as he was earlier in the season. Consequently, his assist-to-turnover ratio has improved dramatically. He's up to almost 3-to-1 now. 3 assists for every turnover, and that's good.
And that's good.
A couple of more field goals, and Phil Jackson will throw up the truce flag and take Michael Jordan out. And Jim Lynam, if that happens, will breathe a sigh of relief.
There'll be some folks in the whirlpool when this one's over. Jordan misses. Hawkins the rebound.
And I think that the Sixers score now, it will be very significant.
This might be Hersey Hawkins' finest game, Jack. Kaminsky under pressure. Threw it away. I can't remember seeing a better one.
This is a great game. Well played.
By Hawkins, I mean.
Oh, by Johnny?
Yeah. Sorry, Hersey Hawkins.
Oh, okay. Hersey has played very. They all have, Jim. Dawkins has played well. Hersey has been great. Watch this.
We got a breakaway, but Johnny Dawkins, rather than try and make the super pass, says, let's cool it.
Yeah, Jim Lynam orchestrated that. He told Johnny to slow it down. Charles has the ball one-on-one. Great pass.
Ooh, Dawkins had a turnaround jumper. Still has one.
There's Charles at his best.
I didn't think he had that much energy left in him, but he, again, challenges the Bulls, and they commit a foul.
Watch Charles bust the ball. He has such a great, strong first step that it's almost impossible to defend him when he puts the ball on the floor. That's why defenders usually play a step or two off Charles and kind of invite him to shoot the jumper. Charles has used a ton of energy. I don't think he's going dancing tonight.
Hope he goes tomorrow night when these Bullets are here.
Well, Phil Jackson should concede at this point because the Bulls have a game tomorrow night also.
Yeah, they play the New Jersey Nets in Chicago, the stadium. And I do believe you can breathe a little easier now.
This is a big win by the Sixers.
Johnny Dawkins finally fouled by Pippen. That'll be it for Pippen. A minute 50 to go, and Pippen fouls out. He had an outstanding game. Finished with 22 points. Had himself 8 rebounds and really got the Bulls off to a good start, but the Sixers have dominated for the most part since the middle of the first quarter.
And here comes B.J. Armstrong for the man, Michael Jordan.
And here is Charles Barkley coming off the floor.
Charles is magnificent. And he's exhausted. But he carried this team tonight, as he has done so often in recent games. He was just magnificent.
22, Charles Davis checks in. 42, Jeff Sanders replaces Horace Grant. Sixers substitution, 21, Kenny Payne checks in. He replaces Derek.
Here's a look at Kenny Payne, who replaces Derek Smith.
Good job by Derek again. Look at these guys embrace when they go off the floor. They're really proud of the work they're doing with this team. The great team feeling with the Sixers right now.
Think about this. By the end of the weekend, they could be a first-place team. Possible.
Very possible.
This will be 7 in a row that the Sixers will win. The Knicks, by the way, have dropped 5 in a row. They're in Denver, where it's always a tough one. A minute 15 now, 120 to 103. And the Bulls have all but put up the flag. There's a tip in by Cartwright.
Sixers just need to sit on the ball. They can use the clock. They can use it all and not even take a shot. They'll get 2 more possessions. This and another one. But Kenny Payne's not going to pass up a shooting opportunity at this stage of the game. Nice pass.
And Cartwright with a little dunk. 16 points for Cartwright, and Sixers will now in 3 meetings take a 2-1 lead over the Bulls this season. Bulls just a half a game out of first place in their division. The Sixers tied now for first place in theirs.
Sixers fans, with this
Charles
game
Davis.
tonight, the 76ers will have Charles Davis scoring 7 hits in a row. We invite you back tomorrow night for the 76ers take on the Washington Bulls.
This time, the Sixers do not need a shot. John Dawkins can just dribble the ball out there, and B.J. Armstrong's going to let him do it, I think.
And the Sixer fans couldn't have asked for a better scenario. They got a terrific show from Michael Jordan, and they got a terrific show from the 76ers themselves. Once again, the final score, 120 to 109. Mark Zumoff will be back, as Jack and I will as well. All coming up right after this.